for the MetalWorks, and as you can tell, we're getting metal out here at the Verizon Wireless Theater. Brings me great pleasure to welcome two musicians who back one of the biggest names in metal, the band Megadeth. I have with me Mr. James Lomenzo and Shawn Drover of the band Megadeth.
How you doing?
How you doing, Shawn?
Good, man.
Good to see you. Thank you for being here on the program today.
It's our pleasure.
How you doing, James?
Beautiful, man. Beautiful.
You're looking good, man.
Feeling good, man. Ready to get in there, crack some metal, man. You know.
We're excited.
Crack some metal.
We're excited. So excited about the show tonight. Really in anticipation of the new CD that's about to drop in a couple of weeks. But before we get into United Abominations, talk a little bit about, James, I know you're the newest addition to the Megadeth family. Talk a little bit about how you came into the fold with Megadeth, because I think there's still some people who are catching on to you.
Oh, right on, man, right on. Well, I'll tell you what. Let me just take this microphone and let me tell you a little story, kids. All right, so Verizon Amphitheater, I remember this place. Played here with Black Label Society not too long ago on the Ozfest, right? So I was, anyway, playing in Black Label for the past 3+ years. After that, a friend of mine over at a guitar company suggested that maybe it'd be a good thing to check out Dave Mustaine and Megadeth, because he was looking for a bass player at the time. And compressed times, United Abominations, Gigantor 2, and here we are now. On tour with Heaven and Hell.
Shawn, talk a little bit about you and your brother have been playing with Dave, and Dave has really kind of laid a lot of acclaim to you, what you guys have brought into the Megadeth fold, and how he's so happy about this band right now. Talk a little bit about your feelings about how it's been working with Dave.
First of all, give me that microphone. You got it?
I'm cutting all this out.
No, it's Glenn and I have been in the band about 2.5 years, and I mean, what can you say? It's been a blast the whole time. We're having a good time. We all get along famously, and we slay every night. So what else can you say, man? What? Oh, cool, dude. We're joined by metal, man. Form of an ocean.
So it's all been good with Dave?
Yes, it's been great. We're having a great time. Glad to be on this tour, and get paid to kick butt every night. I'm working the ass for, man. No, I'm not getting paid. He's getting paid to kick my butt.
That's great. We've also have been promoting the latest DVD that came out, The One Great Night in Buenos Aires. Talk a little bit about that show. When I first saw that DVD, it really blew me away, because that a show like that you probably wouldn't see here in the States. Everybody seemed, right on key, hitting it, so happy, and you could really feel the vibe even watching it 2 years later on DVD. Talk a little bit about that show and the DVD, if you can, for a second, for maybe some of the people out there who haven't yet seen it.
In terms of, if you're talking about the audience more, yeah, I mean, over there in South America, the audience is just, as it is everywhere, amazing, but there's just something special down there about between Argentina and South America, actually, and Megadeth. And as you can see on that DVD, I mean, they were just going crazy, So it was, I don't know, it's just it's a way of life, it seems, down there, We just have a great relationship with those people, and what you see in that video is a good representation of that,
And Dave and your brother playing acoustic out there on the lawn with the fans. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen that done here in the States either.
Right, that's something Dave wanted to do. Just to show his love for South America and Argentina, of course, and it was just a neat thing to do, and we had about 300 or 400 of our closest friends there, do a little quick acoustic thing, and off we go.
Let's talk about United Abominations now. The CD, like I said, is about to drop on May 15th, correct me if I'm wrong. Couple of weeks from now, let's talk about this CD. It's already getting so much acclaim and pub from the diehard Megadeth fans who are saying this is really where Megadeth is now, the return to the pinnacle of metal with the music on this CD. And James, share a little bit about how you feel about the music on this CD, both as being a part of the band and as a fan. Is this truly the return of Megadeth to the true form?
You know what? Yeah, I agree with you. It probably is the closest return to the classic Megadeth sound, with obviously some maturity, because some years have gone obviously under the bridge. We've got different players, obviously. But I'll tell you what, man, the outpour from the fans has been just crazy. Everybody thinks that it's exactly the Megadeth they've been kind of missing and looking for all these years, and I can still kind of step away from it, having been in the band for probably a year and change now, and kind of step back and put my fan hat on. And I dig it, man. I think it's really, really kind of hits the spot for classic Megadeth, and then some. Let me turn this over to Shawn now. Shawn, what do you think about the new Megadeth album, United Abominations? From the drummer's perspective, please. And the Rush fans' perspective as well.
I like it. No, it's a really solid record. Good, diverse record. I think it's got a little bit of everything that's just about every Megadeth fan wants to hear. You know, some people want to hear the old thrashy stuff. Some people want to hear some more kind of mainstreamish kind of stuff. And I think we give it all to them in spades. So the record speaks for itself. We're real happy with it.
Hold on to that real quick. There's a couple of tracks on there that have gotten a lot of attention. One is one of my favorites, Washington Is Next. Really heavy song, I dig it. But I think that the first single, the remake of Tu Le Monde with Christina Scabbia. Talk a little bit about that track. It seems it's a little bit more, it's a little rockier now than it was, and a little faster tempo than what it
Yes,
used
it
to
is
be.
a little faster tempo. That's correct. Yeah, it's just something that Dave wanted to do, and we all thought it was a good idea. But he wanted to do, kind of do something a little different with it. And the female vocal was something that he came up with and thought was a good idea. And what better person to do it than Christina, from Lacuna Coil. So she did an awesome job. And yeah, it's a little more up-tempo. It's a little heavier, but it's got a different dynamic to it. I mean, I think it turned out really great. So we're very happy with it.
It's awesome. We are actually about to premiere the video for Tu Le Monde this month. We just got it in the mail from Roadrunner, and I have to give props to my girl out there, Amy, for making all this happen today. But we love the video. Looks really great, man. A lot of great production in it, and Christina's doing some good acting in it. It's really awesome. So people out there are going to see it. Let's talk about this tour. You guys are with Sabbath and Dio, Heaven and Hell. What's this tour been like thus far?
This has been what a great combination of just classic metal. It has this kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Chronological. It has this chronological vibe to it, where you kind of get like this essence of metal from Tommy and from Tony and Tommy and all the guys. I'll be with you in a second. From Tony and all the guys in Black Sabbath, and Dio is outstanding, and then you get Megadeth. It kind of sweeps through the ages, through the fan base ages, and of course Machine Head is just fantastic. Overall, it's been a really great concert experience. I noticed that we get people from 40 years old to 8 years old, dragging their kids along and going, "Come on, I'll show you what metal is," and then the kids kind of look up at their dads and go, "That's not metal, that's metal," So they're just kind of getting their little piece in there. Great show.
What's the plan for the summer and the fall? When will you guys come back for a headline?
We're going to Europe in June, doing a bunch of festivals and some headlining shows over there. And then we're not really sure. We're still kind of finding out what the right thing to do is. But that's all coming up real soon. But we're not. Yeah.
Just kind of see how that moves and what would make sense to kind of bring it to the people.
Well, I know it's some of the tracks are doing well on Sirius Radio, and you guys are getting a lot of great pub for it. So I don't see anything but big success for United Abominations. Great stuff. Any last words, gentlemen? Thank you. It's been a great interview. Very dynamic. Any last words for the people here in San Antonio who will see this interview in a few weeks?
San Antonio, fantastic show. I'm just going to say ahead of time, I've been here a few times and it always rocks. So thanks for a great show tonight. We had a great time. Talking in the future, of course. And hey, we look forward to seeing you next year and the year after that, man.
Yeah, it's great to be here. Hope you had a good time, since it's going to be broadcast after we play. We did have a good time, except for James, who broke all his strings during the first song. But no, we hope you enjoy it, and I'm sure we will. Cheers.
San Antonio, remember you saw the man James and Shawn of the band Megadeth right here on Robb's MetalWorks. Don't forget, the new CD, by the time you see this, will already be on the streets. It's called United Abominations, out on the Roadrunner label. Be sure to go pick that up. You saw Megadeth only right here on Robb's MetalWorks.